Hello there, this is James, your senior global strategist here at Easy Markets. Today I'm happy to say I'm joined with one of our senior market analysts, Bharat, and this is this week's weekly discussion, which is of course my old favorite, which is gold. It's gold.
Hello all.
Hello, Bharat, good man. And like I say, today's date is the 9th of August. So, Bharat, let's have a look. So, over the last 24 hours, a question being asked, of course, is North Korea driving the yellow metal higher? We have seen gold has recovered. It's rose to intraday high. I think it was trading around 1270 last time I looked. Obviously with North Korea making threats against the US. There's been fiery public statements. What did Trump say?
Well, Trump, basically it has been very interesting last 24 hours. Trump actually responded with that they're going to go full force. His words were fire and fury. That has been very interesting given Trump being the president of the US. But anyway, let's see how it goes on now.
Exactly, fire and fury. He doesn't like mixing his words, does he? Now, obviously, of course, the risk of war with North Korea was seeing gold benefit. Gold's a safe haven in times of drama and obviously conflict. So the question really is, in your opinion, Brown, do you think gold will continue to rise?
Well, given the factor of North Korea, yes, as of now it does look like, and if the threat has to materialize, and if the threat does materialize, then of course we can expect the gold to go even higher, because as you know, whenever there are political situations like this, the market runs towards the safe haven, which is gold. North Korea, as you know, already has threatened to attack Guam, and if that happens, obviously it can drive the gold prices very high.
Well, if that happens, then we really have got a military conflict. Let's hopefully it doesn't, because there is questions, of course, that these two they should really just get a room. But is this a case of maybe just bluffs again? The North Korea is often bluffing to try and get attention. Do you think they're bluffing on this?
I really hope so. They are bluffing, but again, I have not seen it getting so close, and this is the first time that they have been bluffing for a long time, but it has gone really close now. And with Trump responding with these harsh words, and Korea saying that they are already ready. And I also read in Fox News somewhere that the U.S. military from the Guam Air Force, they are ready to strike within less than 12 hours from now, so that can get really interesting. But you never know with these two. You never know.
Yeah, like I say, it could be simply a case of saber rattling again, because North Korea often does that. And obviously China and Russia, which is also condemning North Korea's Russian test, so it could be just a bluff. Because the main danger to gold, if this does die down, of course, is the US data. US is obviously proving. We'll have a quick look at what some of the latest economic data coming from. Obviously, the NFP last week, 209.
That's right. It did put some pressure on gold and drove the US dollar higher. But again, NFP is last week's news, so the traders are looking forward to more news and more data coming out.
Yeah, good point. Very good point. Obviously, the unemployment still remains at 4.3, and GDP, I think the second quarter increased by 2.6%.
Right. Yes.
It was 1.2% the previous quarter, so there is growth there. And let's say, despite this, we've had a bit of a sell-off, but the S&P is still trading near near-term highs.
That is right, yes, but we did see a little bit of a pressure on Nasdaq and the Dow, but again, it was after the fire and fury response. But again, I keep on coming back to that. But yes, that has been interesting. But again, we have much well today. This week is going to be not as much of a busy week, but next week I believe there is more data coming out that traders are waiting for, and traders are going to be looking at the next FOMC meeting on the 19th to 20th September.
That's right.
So that will give us some more clues about as to dollar strength, if it's going to happen or not.
Well, see, the number one question, of course, I think, which what damaged the dollar previous couple of weeks, a couple of sessions, obviously, do you think, or what's the probability of the Fed doing another rate hike, say, in September? Do you think it's on the cards?
Well, yes, it is on the cards, but I wouldn't be surprised if they skip it for the next time, because Yellen in the at the end of last year she did say that the rate hike might spill into 2018, and they probably want to save something for the 28 for the year 2018. So that might be a possibility. But if they do not do a rate hike, that can put some more pressure on the US dollar, hence giving some more boost to our topic gold.
Yeah, yeah, very true. Well, like I say, if we just have a quick look at a daily chart, look at some technical levels, which we have here. So this is a daily, this is gold. Interesting, actually, obviously we've got the fib lines, the infinite retracements here. And ever since, obviously, the low just around about December, it has been on a slight uptrend. And it's obviously finding a bit of support around this level here. It's been about level to 20.028, so around 12.58. But the main one, because it was in pressure, obviously a good couple of weeks back. Main real support here, as you can see, is around 12.08. As you see, that level's held there. And like I say, if this tension in North Korea does increase, really, the main test is there's resistance here at 12.96, according to the Fibonacci levels.
That is right. Even the RSI, if you look at the RSI down below, it also shows, technically speaking, it also shows some room for the gold to go even further, a little bit up.
Yes.
And that can happen.
Yes.
That can happen. But again, depending upon the political situations, there's a good chance that it might go and test the levels on 1290 levels, and that is a good possibility given the political situation as of now.
Yes.
Again, if there is a rate hike, then it can be a totally different scenario, and gold can get under pressure. So we have to watch all those factors too.
Maybe that support at 12.08 might come in again.
That's true.
But yeah, okay. Well, moving on, some up and coming events I think is worth talking about. I think you've mentioned some already. Certainly, this is for affect the USD and for gold. Interestingly, we have the USD Consumer Price Index, which is this Friday, the 11th. Expectation is 0.2. Do you know this guy, Kaplan?
Kaplan, very interesting guy. Sometimes it does make the market move, but sometimes market doesn't listen to him at all. So it's going to be very, very interesting speech from Kaplan.
Absolutely.
I would be looking forward to that.
Yeah, of course. And then, of course, US retail sales on the 15th. This is kind of currently. I watched it. I have been watching this. Because over the last 5 months, it's been very disappointing. It was minus 0.2 back in June, I think it was. Sorry, back in July, minus 0.3 in June. So it's been disappointing the last 5 months. So that would be quite interesting to see. And of course, the FOMC minutes, 16th.
The 16th, the almighty FOMC minutes that are going to induce a lot of volatility. Whatever they say, it is going to be volatile FOMC meeting minutes. So I definitely look forward to that.
Brilliant. Yeah. So a lot of up and coming events coming from the USD. Well, that's it. Thank you very much, Bharat, for coming along and having this week's discussion. Thank you guys for listening as well. Don't forget there's a risk warning there, because like I say, what we're talking about is not advice or anyway guidance. We're simply just having a discussion, expressing our own opinions. So please do your own research and due diligence before entering any trade. Till next time, it's bye for me.
And bye for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And before I go, what I have to say again is just you trade safe.